Hello everyone, welcome back to Sherlock Holmes vs. Jack the Ripper. I went on the internet and it's not just me having this problem, and I found the solution because apparently the hotspots for the blood on the wall are actually legit outside the field of view. You have to enable widescreen, which is automatically off. But you have to, if you enable widescreen, then you should be able to actually click on those hotspots, because they are actually, if widescreen is off, those hotspots are outside Holmes's field of view. So now you can see that we have a little more field of view, and here are the blood hotspots. And now we can also see these things. So I gotta say, very weird game design. Definitely, like, not really, like, it's a bug, but not really, like, it's a problem, but it's weird. But now we can do that.
The blood is a dozen inches or so from the ground. Bloodstains on the wall. Bloodstains on the wall.
Okay, so we looked at both of those. Okay, I'll just... oh, no, actually. It's fast to examine the body.
So, Doctor, shall we examine...
Yes, we've seen this. Blah, blah, blah.
Pray.
Pull yourself together, man. Blah, la, 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 la. 4:30. Blah, la, 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 la. Oh, look. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Good.
Let's look at this poor woman.
Yes,
Look at her neck. What?
There are 2 incisions.
A bruise.
Here we go.
Now, let's...
So. Stomach. And we have...
Looky here. It would seem here... The victim must have worn a...
There we go. And we have looked at that and that. Okay, let's look at the things around here.
This fence separates the courtyard from the neighbours, 27 Hanbury Street.
Oh, there we go. Oh, come on.
This door must lead to the cellar.
We've already seen that.
This apron is soaked with water.
We've seen that, and we've seen this.
What a stench! Nobody...
Okay, here we go. Now, time for more deductions. Here we go. We just needed some widescreen. Neither footsteps on the ground. Let's see, that wasn't dragged. And blood on the fence is a dozen inches off the ground. Some blood spurted on the wall near the stairs. Victim had her throat slit while lying down and still alive. The victim had her throat slit while standing up. The victim had her throat slit while lying down, already dead. I would say she was still alive because the blood spurted. Murder cleaned the ground, took place on the premises. It took place on the premises. Let's see here. There we go. Because we've already done all of this. It's just that widescreen problem. On to the victim. Murder searched her. Barely 2 hours ago. Before 4:30. Wore 1 or more rings and stole them. What was this? Very sharp knife and great weapon of great size. Decapitate her and just remove and take in someone who has a knowledge of anatomy. Now, what are we missing? Oh! Apparently I didn't do her head enough.
Look at her neck. What can you tell me?
There are 2 incisions.
The victim's face appears to have bruising, wouldn't you say?
Under the maxilla and cheek. There is less on the right side.
Okay, I didn't get that
The tongue
one.
is swollen. My dear Watson,
oh,
now
here
that
we go.
we have found all of our clues, nothing remains but to subject them to our most likely hypotheses in order to deduce the facts.
Here we go. The victim has bruises under the right jawbone. Held the victim's chin with left hand. Slit the victim's throat with his right hand. Ambidextrous? No. Right-handed. Tongue is bloated. He was strangled. Died of strangulation. Was partially strangled and then had her throat slit.
I hear a noise coming from the street, Watson. The authorities are arriving. It's time for us to go.
Holmes has been locked away in his room for days, always saying the same things. I'm thinking, Watson. Very good, Watson. As you wish, Watson. But I am thinking too, so much so that I can't sleep. Annie Chapman. Good Lord.
Alright, we're back at Baker Street. Ooh. Oh, did those kind of pencils exist in Holmes' time? Cool.
This is how Holmes stores his post. Thank goodness his clients don't see this.
As Watson comments in every game. No, wait, there's no mat for Toby. Oh, I just realized that this wall is totally different from what it is in the other games. Their apartment is definitely bigger in the other games, and they have like a rounded window, and they have space for Toby.
Holmes's violin. He doesn't play nearly enough, if you ask me. Treaty on Cornish, the Celtic dialect of Cornwall. And here, medieval pottery. How can Holmes possibly read such things?
What?
Holmes, are you there? Are you sleeping?
I'm thinking, Watson.
Are you ever going to quit these four walls? If you continue to shut yourself away like this, I will have to abandon the story of your adventures and write an essay on the fascinating colour of this closed door.
Very good, Watson.
Stop ignoring me! Didn't you say that we need to assess the case of this madman? I, too, can be driven mad, Holmes. I'll order Mrs. Hudson to stop bringing you food. I'll get some straw and a can of lamp oil and smoke you out like a common fox. And if you still don't come out, I'll...
As you wish, Watson.
Oh, Holmes, I despair of you.
Lol.
Holmes, are you going to come out of there or not?
No, Watson.
Holmes uses this old Persian slipper to hold his pipe tobacco.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's see.
The Adventure of the Dancing Men. I remember it well. Holmes examined the broken jar that belonged to Finley's tenant. I wonder what this substance is. I don't recognize the odour.
Formalin, Watson. This jar contained formalin. Interesting, don't you think? I've been waiting for something for days. Just the tiniest bit of news that would make sense of this whole matter. But there's nothing, neither from the press nor the police. Unless Inspector Aberline is holding on to some information without realizing its importance, which is quite possible. It is time for you to return to the police station in Whitechapel, Watson. And didn't you tell me that you had a matter to take care of it? Take advantage of it to learn more about this pill and its contents.
Ah, but Holmes, it's late, and spending another night in this district is hardly my idea of entertainment.
I know, Doctor, but we don't have any choice. Time is against us. Take your pistol in case you run into any troublesome characters.
Fine, as you wish, Holmes.
Okie dokie. Back to Whitechapel it is. Whitechapel, night of September 11th, 12th, 1888, 10:35 p.m.
Good evening. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Not at all, Doctor. This man, Mr. Richardson, is a witness to the horrid affair at 29 Hanbury Street, the murder of Annie Chapman. We are discussing the relevance of his testimony.
Oh.
You're probably not in a position to discuss it with me, but I would like to know more about what you call the relevance of this young man's testimony.
Oh, there's no secrecy. It's simply that the testimony given by Mr. Richardson doesn't match the time of death given by the coroner, Dr. Phillips.
What was the time of death, according to him?
Before 4:30 in the morning.
My conclusions were the same. Were there any other conflicting testimonies?
Well, 2 other witnesses summoned at the preliminary inquest gave testimony, but in these cases too, the times don't match.
Do you remember what it was they said?
I didn't question them myself. A colleague of mine took down their statements on paper. but on deciding they were of little use, he tore them up and threw them in the bin. There's no point in being bogged down with useless paperwork.
Okay.
I will take my leave, Humphreys.
Goodbye, Doctor.
I shall look in your paper bin.
May I introduce myself? I'm Dr. Watson. I am...
You wouldn't be the chap what writes the detective stories in that there paper?
Well, yes, indeed, my stories have been published in the Strand.
Go blimey, wanna tell me old mum?
It would seem your testimony is the subject of some debate. Could you tell me what it was about?
Let me tell you, I'm a bit befuddled about the times that I told them. But it can't be so. I knows what I sees and what I don't sees that morning.
What did you see, or what didn't you see? And at what time, would you say?
I'll tell you this for nothing. It's me old mum who lives at the house where the body was found out back in the garden. She has her shop at the bottom to the right of the stairs. Her door was broken down not too far back, 'cause it's a real zoo it is. Right, the morning it happened, I head that way to see if me old mum has finally had the place broken into. It was 4:45 when I got there. That I'll swear on me dear old mum's life. I had a look round to see if the cellar had been taken. No. I had a little sit down on the stairs by the courtyard, 'cause me shoes were causing me no end of pain, and I had a cut and all. I didn't see a single thing below the steps, Doctor, not one single thing. If there was some bird all covered in blood, 'tain't no how I could have missed that, even if it were night time. Right, 5 minutes after getting to number 29, I had to clip off. And now they tells me that either I can't tell time no more, or I was fixing me loafer next to a stiff that was still steaming. All right then, evening gents.
Okay. Someone could have done something to the body, maybe, to make it seem like it was some other time.
Yes, Doctor?
So, how far along are the investigations into these 2 recent murders?
Everyone around here believes both crimes were committed by the same man. But as for the Hanbury Street and Bucks Row crimes, nobody has heard or seen a thing.
By the way, have you heard of a Dr. Tumblety?
No. Is it important?
Yes. Well, no, maybe. Actually, I don't know. I have heard about this man, his frequent nocturnal outings and bizarre behaviour.
What does this chap look like, Doctor? And where can we find him?
The last I heard was that he was staying at Finley's place, the man who was looking for me a few days ago.
It would greatly assist us if you could ask Finley what your strange associate looks like. We could then see if the description matches any witness accounts.
Humphreys. Just a reminder, dude. You told me a couple days ago when I came in that you would make inquiries into a Mr. Tumblety. So, or Mr. Tumbler, as his name is almost. And now you're acting like you never heard of this before. Like, how exactly do you explain this odd behavior?
I will take my leave, Humphreys.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Humphreys is a character in Are You Being Served? Yes, we're going to Finley first. Hello.
There is a strong smell of gas. It seems to be coming from the abandoned building. Good evening, Finley. How are you?
Oh, good evening, Doctor. So. And you?
It smells of gas here.
You might say, Doctor, without wanting to speak ill of the force, I have to wonder if the police are up to something.
What do you mean?
Well, I was outside yesterday evening when the light went out at my place, and a gas smell came from the abandoned building across from my place. And a minute later, the police arrived and was snooping all around like it was them who hit the gas before arriving.
Have things sorted themselves out with your strange tenant?
Don't talk about it, Doctor. That man is truly bizarre. He goes to the most sordid locations once night falls. 3 days ago, my wife told me she saw him come in with blood-stained clothes and a fearsome look.
Interesting. What does he look like, and how old is he?
Oh, he's my age, give or take, so the other side of 50. He's always dressed in a striking manner with an American hat. He's big, close to 5'11", I'd say. He has a strange voice, not just his accent, see, his voice.
5'11", it sounds like it could be 1.8, 1.9 meters.
Very well. Goodbye for now, Finley.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Now then, let's go to the police station.
Okay. I still have the cane, do I? No, I don't. Okay, never mind about the cane then.
Yes, Doctor.
Tumblety is a man around 5'11", about 55 years old, extravagantly dressed and with a rather distinctive voice. He boards at Finley's. You should know where that is, as the police were there only yesterday. Their arrival coincided with a strange gas leak.
Ah, yes, I know where you mean. Indeed, there was an odd affair with the gas. It was rather unsettling. We were searching for a well-known scoundrel who was ratted out by Squibby, the chap we followed and saved from the pack a few days ago. This thug, No Pity Bluto, must have been in the abandoned building in question. But there was no sign of him when we arrived. Furthermore, an inspector said that, given the smell, the thingamabob that supplies gas to the building was probably damaged. So we took no risks and were called away somewhere else.
The thingamabob.
I will take my leave, Humphreys.
Goodbye, Doctor.
So what do we do now? I don't know. Go back to Finley, maybe? Hey, Finley.
Anything else, Doctor?
No.
Very well. Goodbye for now,
He's very
Finley.
nasal.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Very nasal. I don't know. Lucy? Nope. Ruffle? I don't know. Random, but you know, go check everywhere.
Good evening, ma'am. Your door was open. Isn't that a little dangerous?
Hello, Doctor. Don't worry, if the looks of anyone who enters doesn't please me, me and my pistol know how to convince them to leave.
Oh, okay.
Do you happen to know Annie Chapman, the poor woman who was killed 3 days ago?
Dark Annie? Like all the drifters in the area, I've seen her once or twice. With respect to the dead, Annie really was the bottom of the barrel.
What do you mean?
Well, in our profession, the pretty young ones go out when night has barely fallen and don't have a problem finding takers. But poor girls like Annie or Polly Nichols, who aren't as tender and are often sick, sometimes trudge around for a whole night in the cold and the rain before landing a client. And that doesn't help their appearances either. They don't have much choice about paying for a bed for a few hours, a glass of gin or a hot meal.
How terribly sad.
That's the price of survival in Whitechapel, my angel. One of my girls knew Annie for some time. They bought some jewellery on the black market, I think.
Jewellery? How could Annie Chapman have possibly afforded jewellery?
Luxuries for a woman are always relative to her condition, Doctor. As a matter of fact, it was real cheap junk. Annie got 3 assorted brass rings, I think. It's been said I have a memory for jewellery.
How is Lucy keeping?
She's doing well, Doctor, but believe me, it won't last. Rare are the girls who can build a future in our profession.
Very well, I shall let you get back to work, Ma.
See you soon, my love.
Okay. There's no one else we can talk to here? I don't think so. Where's her pistol? Ooh, I can hear them kissing! Okay, no. Clinic. Oh yeah, no, of course, but he still has the cane, of course. Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Solomonovich.
Good evening, Doctor. What a pleasure to see you again.
Have you finished converting the harnesses?
Yes, just now. I got a little behind because of all the commotion.
Thank you.
Commotion?
Don't you start. 3 days ago, the very afternoon that you passed by, there was a chase throughout the neighborhood. Hundreds of people were chasing one man, claiming he was responsible for the murders these last few days. Schmonz! It was awful. I hope those maniacs didn't catch him. Better the police should.
Tell me, did John Pizer turn himself in to the police?
Things unfolded as they should. Look in the newspaper, the Daily News from today.
Good.
Farewell, Isaac.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Good, good, good. Ah, Daily News, 11th of September 1888, United Kingdom, the Whitechapel murders. There is good reason why, without prejudice to the case of the man who is now in custody, the public acceptance of the maniacal theory should be endorsed and encouraged. There is positive danger in the growth of any other opinion at present in Whitechapel. As we have said, the mutilation of bodies, excepting in rare cases to further the murderer's chance of safety, is foreign to the English style in crime. There is a disposition at once, therefore, to set down such atrocities to the credit of some ill-bred and ill-nourished foreigner from the lowest dens of vice in Europe. So, in Whitechapel, there was arising a murmur of ugly foreboding for some of the foreign element there. Sheer rumour of the silliest kind was beginning to take on odious precision. And there was arising in the East End a Judenhelse, maybe, more abhorrent than that which abroad is due to religious fanaticism. To hate the Jew for his religion, to call him misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and spit upon his Jewish gabardine? Even metaphorically is bad enough, but to call him leather apron, and to imply thereby his readiness to murder women, and practice anatomy with his knife upon them, is the refinement of cruelty. There was reason to fear, till yesterday, that the tendency towards thus insulting the Jews of Whitechapel was growing amid the embarrassing perplexity as to the origin of the murders. The police have discouraged this line of suspicion by acting momentarily upon it, and then proving by the release of the Jew whom they arrested that there is not a doubt of his innocence. For the happy result, we may look lightly upon the apparently ludicrous error of this arrest. Pizer, the man arrested, was found sitting quietly at home, totally undisturbed by any panic or bloodthirsty demand for that mythical personage, Leather Apron. He is said to be a poor, sickly man whom it was not possible to associate with the assassin now so eagerly wanted, and the reporters seem to have found, what the police might easily also have learnt, that he had not left his house since Thursday last. Pizer, however, will probably not regret his short detention if it has finally put a stop to these anti-Jewish suspicions. The inquest on the body of Annie Chapman was opened yesterday, but without throwing any new light on the murder. As a result of the investigations of the police into the circumstances attending the murder of Annie Chapman at Whitechapel, several men were arrested yesterday on suspicion. The arrests, which were considered to be of most importance, were those of a Polish Jew named Pizer, near the scene of the crime, and of a man named Piggott at Gravesend. Pizer was released last evening, but Piggott, being considered to be insane, is to be detained under observation. Okay, so they all have the same name. Cool, thank you. Oh, actually I was gonna go to the map. I know it's super close, but I'm gonna use the map anyway. Hello.
Good evening, Dr. Gibbons.
Dr. Watson.
Did you keep the cane we spoke of last time?
I was going to sell it tomorrow, would you believe, having not heard word.
Do you have any formalin here?
No, definitely not. They have it in university hospitals to conserve anatomical specimens in jars. But in a little clinic like mine, we don't keep anything but bad memories.
Well, farewell, Doctor.
Goodbye, Dr. Watson.
I must retrieve Sickert's cane at all costs.
Yes, Doctor?
Here are your harnesses, Doctor.
They are top quality, I'd say. Definitely worth the price of this walking stick. Here, it's yours.
Well, farewell, Doctor.
Goodbye, Dr. Watson.
I must go to Miss Bella's.
Maybe he can talk about the pill.
Yes, Doctor?
Could you tell me what type of pill this is?
Yes, we have those here. It's not really a medication. We give them to patients with chronic respiratory conditions like tuberculosis.
Did you have a patient by the name of Annie Chapman, the woman killed 3 days ago?
Indeed. She came in the morning of her death. Poor woman.
Did you give her these pills?
Yes, now that I think of it. She actually came in twice. The first time I gave her an almost empty container without making her pay. She came back during the day and said she dropped the container and stepped on the pills. She wanted to know if I could give her more again without paying. I refused. After she left, a patient who was there told me that he lives at the same place and confided that she had been lying. He saw the pills fall in the tenement's communal kitchen, but the woman immediately wrapped them up in a piece of paper.
Where did this paper come from?
According to this man, she'd found it near the chimney in the kitchen.
Anyone could have thrown that paper there. That envelope can't have anything to do with the murder.
Pardon, Doctor?
Nothing. I was just talking to myself.
Okay.
Well, farewell, Doctor.
Goodbye, Dr. Watson.
Whee!
I must
Alright.
go to Miss Bella's.
Yep. Back we go. There we go. Hey, dude. Bye, dude. Here's the cane.
You're still there, Doctor?
I found the cane that was stolen from your client. Here it is.
Doctor, you are a real saint, I can see that. I'll finally be able to present my bill to this damned painter. If by chance you see him, tell him that a little surprise awaits him here.
He's gonna be very happy about that.
You told me you would give me some information on this Dr. Tumblety.
Agreed. He's a Canadian or an American. He parades from time to time through the neighbourhood in a 50-guinea suit and acts like a doctor. But for business, he isn't worth it. This damn Yankee hates women. The few times that he was approached by the girls, he spit on them, all the while hurling insults. It would seem that he was hunting for the bad boys. He's looking for trouble, that animal.
Does he frequent any pub in particular?
Aye, the Wasps Nest on Burner Street, I think. A seedy spot even by our standards.
Very well, I shall let you get back to work, Mark.
See you soon, my love.
Okie dokie, map. Do we have anything new? Ooh, it's in there. Yeah, this feels kind of seedy. Wasps Nest. Yay.
The Wasps Nest. This pub looks even more disreputable than the Golden Lion in Baker Street.
I think I see the painter over there. Oh, I want to talk to him so bad. Hey, dude.
Good evening, sir.
Well, I know you. Why, we met at Miss Poolman's the other day. So you've come to slum it in Whitechapel, eh?
Do you know Dr. Tumblety, a Canadian or American chap? Quite an extravagant dresser. Frequents this pub now and then.
Are you intimate?
No. What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. I just wanted to prove my discretion concerning this man. Insomuch and so far as I know him. You wouldn't like it if one day the tables were turned and everyone was talking about why you were in the borough. Isn't that so?
Yeah, I guess it's
As
true.
it happens, I saw Miss Poolman recently. She told me that she couldn't wait to see you again. She said something about a surprise that is waiting for you at her establishment.
Why, that is some of the best news I've heard, my friend. As thanks, I would like to let you in on a secret. The man that you were talking about, and whom I happen to know by sight, passed by and went through that little door that you see over there. Another man let him in. They weren't together for more than a few minutes, to be sure, eh?
Oh, you're not gonna like it when you get to Miss Pullman.
Well, I will continue my search.
Ah, love.
But what is this person trying to imply? This matter is beyond me. Good evening, sir.
It'll be the coup of my career, Governor said. Ha! You'll make loads of doss of the paper, he said.
You're a journalist?
That's so. Tom Bulling at your service. The Whitechapel ferret, the wizard with the scoop.
You don't appear to be in a state to write anything, my friend.
You're mistaken. Whiskey passes through the blood and turns into ink. Simple. You see, mugs and inkwells are all the same.
Don't you think you should settle your tab and go home?
My red ink? Where's my red ink? I won't even pay half a halfpenny if they don't return my red ink. It's my blood you hear.
Very well, I'll be on my way.
Bye-bye.
Oi, what'll it be to drink, Gav?
Greetings, my good man. Could I have a pint?
Here, Gov.
I've been told that Dr. Tumblety might be found around here. Is that so?
I don't do a roll call of all the drunkards here. I've got my hands full just making sure I get their money.
Don't people pay when they order?
Nah, look at that little scribbler there. Completely dead drunk. Tonight's tally is about as long as his arm. If he skips out, I'll be in for a guinea almost.
Goodbye, my friend.
Oi, that's it.
I'm sorry?
This is the sink where the barmaid puts the glasses to soak. Look, red ink. What's that doing here? The bottle is closed. There must still be some ink inside, and it looks like a glass. The barmaid must have put ink into the sink by mistake.
Right, do I get in your way? Me?
If you'll excuse me, sir.
I shall stop being in your way. Here you go.
You're the best. The boss told me. My red ink. Where's she be?
I found your red ink, my friend. You should settle up and head home.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. The spring-heeled phantom will be revived.
Okay. I don't know if that did anything for me, but you know.
Gov?
Here you go. It's on the journalist, my friend.
I owe you one. The next one is on me. What'll it be?
Nothing, thanks. But I may need your help. Listen, my friend. I would like you to let me in the door over there.
You're a bobby? A peeler?
Absolutely not, my friend. I am a doctor.
Fine. I owe you this at least. There's a bloke behind that door there. No pity Bluto. Let's just say he wants to lay low for a moment. So I don't think he'll be opening the door just now. Unless... Tell him you have word from Squibby. They'll open the door. But who can say what'll happen when the door closes?
Goodbye,
Okay.
my friend.
Oi, that's it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Goodbye, hateful enemy of my life. I don't know what. Goodbye. Just goodbye. Okay. Oh, we're all learning the letter B today, apparently. View Castle Breweries. Wheat breads. Tenement lager. Mugshead. So apparently out there just making, you know. Okay. Watson, I don't think you really want to go in here, but on the other hand, I'm not sure we have much of a choice. I also don't know how long I've been recording for, so that's also cool. Yeah. What have we done? No, you know what? Maybe we'll actually go through this door in the next episode. It'll be what it is. Anyways. So we'll go through the door in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. We're playing Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. And I'll see y'all later.